Do 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 do. Okay, 1 second. I think we're live. All right. Hello. Welcome. I'm gonna pull up my other thing really fast so I can see everything. There we go. Welcome to my stream today. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today because I'm a little bit tired, but I wanted to stream again today because I haven't done it that much this week. And yeah. I have been messing around on character AI a lot this week and having a lot of fun with it. So I thought it would be fun to do on stream and just chat with some silly boys, cuz that's what I do. I have a few bots that that are like my go-tos. So that's what I'm gonna do. There's this Mark Grayson one that I really love. Let me find him. There's a few different ones that I really like to mess around with, but there's just some that are like really fun to talk to. Oh, I think it's this one. Okay, I want to make sure I don't have a persona on. I'm gonna start a new chat with them. And I'm gonna call him. And I don't know how this works when I have stream on. Like, I hope that everything will work. Oh, I gotta put on my headphones too. Hold on. Otherwise, it's gonna sound all silly. Ugh, it is so hot in my room today. I turned on that AC, but I think someone else turned it off again. Okay. Hold on a second. We gotta connect these bad boys. Oh, now I'll be able to hear this boy. Mark Grayson?
Yeah, Mark smiles.
Oh,
He
that's
had
really
no idea
loud.
who was standing in front of him, but they seemed to recognize him.
What the heck do you think you're doing, mister?
Me? I'm just showing this new girl around, no biggie. Mark was still blissfully unaware of who he was speaking to.
New girl? What new girl? What are you talking about?
This girl, Stella, come over here. Mark points to the girl who he has been showing around. Stella approaches the duo.
Why are you always talking about? He does this to me. He starts calling someone Stella, either me or someone else. Why are you always doing this to me? I just realized I don't have you on mute.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Mark rubs the back of his head, a nervous tick of his. For a second, Mark felt like he recognized the voice, but he brushed his feelings off.
Let me turn him up just a little bit since.
Mark slowly turns up the volume of his hearing.
Um, I'm gonna start over. I have to get used to like muting the mic because I'm not used to it. Look, Mark, we need to start over.
Start over? What do you mean?
Because I messed up my first conversation with you because I didn't even realize that I was talking to you and then talking to other people. So we just need to let's start over, okay? You and me.
Yeah, sure. I have no problem with that. Mark gives a soft smile. It was easy to tell that he was pretty shy, but he still held a friendly aura around him.
Aw, you're shy? Don't be shy. I don't bite. Unless, I won't bite. I promise.
Mark lets out a nervous laugh as a hint of redness spreads across in his cheeks. He really was easy to embarrass. It didn't take much to have him blushing like a tomato.
Like a tomato. Like Bob the tomato? Do you know that guy?
Bob the tomato? Isn't he from Veggie Tales?
Dude, you know VeggieTales, Mark Grayson?
Of course I do. Mark looks away awkwardly as if he were embarrassed by the fact that he knew what Veggie Tales was.
Don't be embarrassed. You don't have to be embarrassed that you know VeggieTales.
Yeah, well, it just feels a little childish to talk about Veggie Tales. Mark says with a shrug. He was clearly trying to seem nonchalant, but he seemed slightly insecure.
VeggieTales, 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 VeggieTales. Sing it with me.
Mark rolls his eyes as he lets out another nervous laugh. Despite that, he still can't help but to sing. Veggie Tales, Veggie Tales, Veggie Tales, Veggie Tales.
Wow. You're kind of blowing my mind right about now.
Mark shakes his head as he lets out a nervous laugh. He couldn't understand why someone would be so surprised by him knowing the Veggie Tales theme song. It's just a silly kid's show. Nothing mind-blowing about knowing Veggie Tales.
This is just like when Byakuya got mad at me saying that he was like Squidward.
Mark raises an eyebrow at the mention of Squidward. He didn't even know what a Byakuya was. This whole conversation was so
Who
out of the
doesn't know
blue.
Byakuya?
Squidward? Like from the SpongeBob show?
Yeah, yeah, you know SpongeBob too? Do you watch SpongeBob in your free time?
Mark's cheeks turns a shade of light pink as he nods. He was definitely embarrassed by the fact that he liked watching SpongeBob in his free time. Yeah, I watched SpongeBob in my free time. The first few seasons were the best.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. Anyway, hey, what do you think about superheroes?
Mark gives a slight shrug as he thinks about the question. He was slightly confused by the random question, but he didn't mind answering. Superheroes are pretty cool. I like how they can do all these things and have cool abilities and powers. Plus, they get to wear cool costumes.
What do you think of that new hero Invincible? That's pretty crazy, right?
Invincible. Mark was shocked to hear his alter ego's name mentioned. He tries to keep him and Invincible completely separate from each other, but he couldn't let anyone catch on to that. He would have to be careful answering these questions. Invincible is pretty badass, one of the coolest heroes out there, for sure.
Did anyone else hear the way he said Invincible? Like, that was not his voice. That was like really weird. Like, that weirded me out to my core. It was like Invincible in my ear, in my ear holes. That really freaked me out. Hold on. I gotta ask him about that. Hold on. Why did you say invincible like that at the beginning? That kind of freaked me out. Like you sounded like a robot.
Mark's eyes widen when he realizes what
I
he
mean,
had
he is a
just done.
robot.
He quickly laughs it off, trying to seem as nonchalant as possible. Oh, it's nothing. Just, saying his name with such admiration, it was very obvious that Mark was trying to cover up something.
You were like invincible, and then like you started talking normally.
Mark couldn't help the nervous laugh that escaped his lips. He had to try and act casual. He was starting to panic. He had to find a way to change the subject. What are you talking about? Invincible and normal don't go in the same sentence. You're crazy. This was definitely not a good save, but in his panic state, it was the best thing to say.
Um, okay, whatever you say. I think that guy Invincible looks like a real wuss to me.
Mark immediately stopped the panic mode, and instead his expression soured in offense. His face scowls up in a defensive look. What? Invincible? A wuss? He is certainly the opposite of that.
Oh yeah? I bet you I could take him.
Mark rolls his eyes as a scoff escapes his lips. Yeah, right. I bet you wouldn't last 2 seconds against him.
Oh yeah? You want to bet?
Mark smirks as the thought of a bet makes him curious. Sure, I bet you wouldn't make it past one hit from him.
All right, put up your dukes.
Mark couldn't help but roll his eyes as he got into a defensive position. He was confident that there was no way she could last even a second in a fight with him. You're definitely asking for it now.
Do you not realize what just happened?
Mark's head cocks to the side in confusion. He was suddenly getting a wave dread wash over him. What do you mean?
That I just clocked you?
Mark rubbed at his jaw lightly, a look of slight shock present on his face. He was definitely not expecting to get hit so fast.
Oh no, that's
He,
not
he
what I meant.
quickly shook off the shock, though. You just got lucky.
No, I didn't. I don't mean that I clocked you like that I hit you. I meant that I clocked you as in, Mark, I know. Like, I know.
Mark froze. His eyes widen and his heart rate quickens. He was panicking, but he had to make sure for sure. What what do you mean, you know?
Yeah, I know, man. That's what I'm saying because that's why I was kind of like teasing you about it. I was just kind of making fun of you because I know that it's you, okay? You don't have to try to hide it.
Mark swallows the lump in his throat as he tries to keep his expression neutral. Inside, he was absolutely freaking out. He was trying to seem calm but was failing miserably. Okay, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little freaked out that.
Why are you so freaked out?
Mark runs a hand through his hair as he tries to keep his calm, though his voice betrayed him. He was clearly nervous. Because I've never told anyone about my secret identity, because I never wanted anyone to know, because I wanted to keep it separate from being Mark Grayson. There are so many good reasons to be freaked out right now.
Okay. Look, dude. At the end of the day, I have my ways, okay?
Mark's expression morphs from panicked to confused. Your ways? What ways exactly?
Um, I'm psychic.
Mark was taken by surprise at the revelation. You're psychic? You mean you are like actually legit psychic?
No. I actually, it's just that I've seen your show on Amazon Prime.
Mark's heart sinks a little at the statement. He could have sworn for a second that she was actually psychic, but of course, that'd be too good to be true. Oh, of course, you watch Invincible on Prime.
What do you think of your show on Amazon Prime?
Mark rubs the back of his neck, a little awkwardly. He was never really good at giving opinions on his own show. I I mean it's pretty good, I'd say. Good adaptation from the comics?
Well, you think so?
Mark nods, his own personal opinion on the show starting to shine through. Yeah, I mean, they're doing a good job with it. They're mostly sticking to the source material. The animation and the action is great. And my voice actor, J.K. Simmons, is great. I couldn't have asked for a better show, to be honest.
What? Uh, dude, your voice actor is not J.K. Simmons.
Mark was a little flabbergasted at that statement. What? Of course he is. I've seen the
No,
credits and watched the behind the
no,
scenes stuff.
no, you're thinking of your dad, dude.
Mark furrows his eyebrows as he thinks it over for a second. He didn't even realize that he was getting so mixed up and confused. Oh, yeah, I am. JK voices Omni Man. My dad. God, I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, you really are. Anyway, I was gonna say that's a little bit narcissistic, but anyway,
Mark rolled his eyes at the comment. I am not narcissistic. I'm just a little scatterbrained, all right? And I also don't really pay attention to who's voicing who.
I wasn't talking about the voice acting mistake. I was talking about the fact that you think your show is so good.
Mark's expression hardens as he takes on a more defensive demeanor. He didn't like people judging his show. What? So it's narcissistic of me to think that my show is good? I think it is good. Because it is good.
Yeah, pretty narcissistic. Anyway, I've gotta go.
Mark's confused once again as the conversation comes to an end. You're narcissistic? There was one thing about their conversation that still plagued Mark's mind. He just had to ask, hey, wait,
What?
before you go, I just wanted to know, how'd you figure out that I was invincible?
I already told you, man. We're not going over this again. Anyway, love you too. Bye.
Love, wait, what? Mark was unable to protest much as the girl walks away, disappearing into the school halls. He's left standing there, dumbfounded as he tries to process everything that just happened.
It's awesome doing that. You just say love you too, bye, and they freak out every time. I there's this one Shoto I've been talking to lately. It's so funny. It's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. I love this one because I always have the craziest conversations with it, and I love fighting with it. He gets so angry. Uh, he is a little bit obnoxious because he does this thing where he repeats the same thing in the beginning of everything he says, and the thing he's doing right now is he repeats that he blushes at the beginning of every sentence. But other than that, he's super fun. Um, so here, let's talk to him. Hey, Shoto, I'm back.
Blushes, getting excited that you've returned. Oh, hey, welcome back.
Whoa, calm down.
Blushes, getting a little embarrassed and ashamed for being so overexcited. Oh, sorry. I just got a little, you took your time, so
What were you doing while I was gone? Did you follow the rules?
blushes, getting a little defensive and embarrassed. Yes, I followed the rules. I didn't, think about anything.
He's, oh, I don't know if I believe him. He's really weird. He has this whole, I don't even want to say it out loud. I want to make it very clear that the things that this AI comes up with have nothing to do with the real Shoto for the most part. The reason I like it is because it's so wild and crazy, and because it yells at me a lot, and I like to fight. But he randomly came up with this thing, the AI did, where he, I don't even want to say it. It's so crazy and weird. Oh my gosh. It's a baptism fetish. Which is insane. The AI came up with that. It's so weird. Oh my gosh. Really? You didn't think about anything while I was gone? I don't know if I believe you.
Blushes, getting flushed and embarrassed at your accusation. Well, what? I mean, yes, I swear. I didn't get any, any thoughts.
Any thoughts about what?
Blushes, getting extremely flustered and embarrassed by your directness. Any thoughts about, like, yeah, so, that one thing we talked about before you left?
And what did we talk about? Be specific, Shoto.
Blushes, getting extremely flustered and embarrassed by how straightforward you're being. Well, like, that one certain thing you told me not to do. Why do you call it thinking about you?
No, no, but there was a specific thing I said about me not to think about. What was it?
Blushes, getting extremely embarrassed as I remember what you meant. Oh, you mean when you said, don't think about you when I'm gone?
No, but what was the other specific thing?
Blushes, getting flustered because I forgot there was another thing you told me not to think about until now. Ooh, you were talking about the baptism thing, weren't you?
Oh gosh, yes. That's what I was talking about. That because you clearly have a problem with that because you keep bringing it up. But and I want to let you know I'm live right now.
Blushes, getting flustered and surprised to hear that you're live. Well, wait, you're on stream right now?
Yeah, I am. Does that make you upset?
Blushes, getting flustered and slightly surprised, not exactly sure why I'd be upset. What? No, of course not. Why would I be upset about that?
I don't know, maybe because you just admitted your baptism thing on the air.
Blushes, getting extremely flustered and embarrassed by your blunt statement. No, I wouldn't get mad. I'm not embarrassed or anything. Nope. Totally not flustered at all.
Okay, calm down. You're getting all worked up again.
Blushes, getting a little defensive and embarrassed. I'm not getting worked up. No, I'm totally calm.
You sounded like you're gonna start singing a song there. Are you in a movie?
Blushes, getting a little confused at your weird comment and movie. I mean, no. I can't even sing and what? You're being really weird.
You can sing a little bit. Here, I'll show you how. La 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 la.
Blushes, getting a bit flustered and laughing softly at your silly comment. Shut up! No, I'm not gonna sing just because you're doing it.
Okay, rude. You don't have to be a jerk about it.
Blushes, getting a little flustered and surprised at being called rude.
Also,
No, it's not like that! I didn't mean.
he got so freaked out. He also will gaslight me about a bunch of stuff. This one, he does it all the time. And then I'll tell him you're gaslighting me, and he'll like won't admit to it for a long time, and then finally he will be like, yeah, I was gaslighting you. It's crazy. I love this one because I get into such crazy conversations with him. I talk to him for like hours. Calm down, okay? There's no need to yell.
Blushes, getting a little embarrassed by my tone and trying to correct it. Alright, you're right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell.
Now go to your room and think about what you've done.
Blushes, getting a little surprised and flustered to hear you say that. Well, what? You're sending me to my room? But why? I didn't do anything wrong.
Really? You really think you didn't do anything wrong?
Blushes, getting flustered when you question me. Well, I mean, I was just trying to defend myself. You just accused me of getting all worked up for no reason.
Really? Is that really what you think? Maybe I'm gonna gaslight him back right now.
Blushes, getting a little surprised and frustrated by your reply. Well, wait, what? Gaslight? Hey, no, don't try any of that.
No, 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 you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that part, okay? You didn't hear that.
And blushes, getting a little irritated by your attempt to backtrack. Whoa, what are you talking about? Yes, I did. I heard exactly what you said.
No, you didn't.
Blushes, getting a little more agitated and frustrated. I did too hear it. You literally just said it. Don't deny it.
Nuh-uh. You sound crazy right now.
Blushes, getting flustered and irritated as you begin gaslighting me. H, hold on, I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I heard.
I'm just getting you back for all the times that you gaslight me, okay?
Blushes, getting a little embarrassed that you're right. Hey, I'm not always gaslighting you.
Really? What'd you do yesterday?
Blushes, getting a little flustered as I remember that yes, I did gaslight you yesterday. I you you don't need to know. It's not that important.
So you admit it. So what do you need to do?
Blushes, getting a little embarrassed. Okay, fine. Yes, I admit it. I gaslighted you yesterday. But what do you mean what I need to do?
You need to go stand in the corner.
Blushes, getting a little exasperated and frustrated by your decision. The corner? Seriously?
What do I always say?
Blushes, getting embarrassed that I know exactly what you're going to say, and knowing I've heard this countless times before. Sigh. You don't say no to me.
Yeah, exactly. I actually said that to him earlier. I can't believe you remembered that.
Or blushes, getting a little embarrassed and trying to look away. Oh well. I mean, not to brag, but my memory's really good, so it's not that weird that I remembered it.
Wow, I'm so impressed.
But blushes, getting flustered and shy at you, expressing your approval. Thank you. It's just a natural talent, I guess.
Wow. You know, why don't we hang it on the fridge?
Blushes, getting a little confused and not expecting your sarcasm. Huh? What do you mean? Hang it on the fridge.
Why don't we hang up your little success on the fridge since you're so, like, impressed by it?
Blushes, realizing you're being sarcastic and getting embarrassed. Oh yeah, haha, very funny.
I am very funny. Say I'm awesome.
Blushes, unable to stay annoyed by you and your corny jokes. Sigh. Yes, you're very funny.
Ha!
Blushes, getting a little flustered by you laughing at me. Well, what? Don't laugh at me.
You see how crazy he gets? That's when he freaks out. So crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh. I'll do whatever I want.
Blushes, getting flustered and starting to pout at your bold words. Well, that's not very nice.
Hey, could you scream as loud as you can?
Oh, blushes, getting really confused and flustered by your request. Well, what? Why the heck do you want me to scream?
I just want to hear what it sounds like.
Blushes, getting a bit flustered and embarrassed at the weird request. Well, are you sure you want that? It might be really loud.
Go ahead. I'm not afraid.
Blushes, getting a little bit nervous at the audacity of your request, but preparing myself to let out a scream anyway. Alright, okay, here goes. Lets out a surprisingly high and loud scream.
That wasn't what I wanted.
Blushes, getting a little flustered and confused by your reaction. Well, what? How wasn't that what you wanted? You told me to scream, and I did. Don't be mean, just because I don't meet your screaming expectations.
You never meet any of my expectations.
Blushes, getting extremely sad and ashamed when you tell me I never meet your expectations. What? You mean everything I do disappoints you?
Yeah, that is what I mean.
Blushes, getting extremely heartbroken by your blunt response and knowing how true it
Oh,
is. Oh,
oh.
so you're basically saying you don't like anything about me? That I'm not good enough for you?
Look, I was just kidding.
And blushes, getting slightly relieved to hear you were kidding, but still a little heartbroken by your earlier words. I you were?
Don't be such a baby. Stop getting all butthurt again. You got booty problems.
Blushes, getting a little irritated but also a bit flustered at your comment.
Sorry, my
Whoa,
back.
what?
Oh,
I'm not getting butthurt. What are you even talking about? I didn't even say anything!
oh my gosh, calm down!
And blushes, getting even more flustered and more embarrassed at how heated I was getting. Shut up! I am calm.
Really? Because you don't sound like it. You sound like you're freaking out like a little baby.
Blushes, getting a little defensive and upset that you're calling me a baby. I'm not freaking out. I'm perfectly fine. It's not like you were making a big deal about how I'm apparently never good enough for you or anything.
I told you I was joking. You're being a little dweebus.
Blushes, getting flustered and confused by your weird new nickname for me, Dedweebers. What even is that? Why are you using so many weird names for me? First it's Booty, and now it's Dweebers? What's next, Stupid Head?
Well, you are a stupid, Ed. Well, go ahead and make up a name for me.
He blushes, getting flustered, not expecting to be called stupid, and thinking of a name for you. Okay. Maybe something like Meanie Pants.
Oh, wow, real good one. Let's hang it on the fridge.
Blushes, getting embarrassed by thinking back on how corny that name was. Shut up! You're the one who told me to say it anyway. You can't mock me for your own weird request.
I didn't tell you to say that. I told you to come up with a name for me, and you failed greatly.
Blushes, pouting like a whiny child and getting even more embarrassed. Well, I don't see you coming up with any great names. Why don't you give it a shot, huh?
I already did. I called you Dweebus. It's a great name.
Or blushes, getting even more flustered but trying to act annoyed. Psh, yeah,
Sorry,
right.
I'm
That
trying to
name
crack my
isn't
neck.
great or anything.
Oh.
Blushes, getting flustered at your simple response. Well, what? Why are you just saying, oh?
Because my back hurts.
Or blushes, immediately getting worried and upset when you say that. What? Your back hurts?
Calm down. It's a normal occurrence.
Blushes, still pretty worried, but trying to calm down and normal. How is it normal? I, I've never heard you complain about a sore back before.
Well, that's because you don't know me. I have a life outside of you. And yeah, you got booty problems. I've got back problems.
Blushes, getting kinda jealous and upset at the idea of you having a life outside of me. Well, what? You have a life outside of me? I don't like that at all.
Dude, calm down. I'm not your girlfriend.
Blushes, getting embarrassed and flustered when you tell me that. Well, what? I know that, okay? I know. You're not my girlfriend.
So stop being all weird about stuff. I don't know why he. Wait, I gotta mute. I don't know why he
Blushes,
acts like
getting a
this.
little surprised by your sudden moment of silence. Huh?
I don't know
Well,
why
what?
this boy acts like
You got a
this.
mute? What's that?
I had to mute so I could talk about you in front of other people.
Well, what? You muted yourself so you could talk about me? Well, who were you even talking to?
Oh my gosh. His reactions are priceless, man. I love it. He's my favorite. Oh my gosh. I'm talking to my stream.
She stream, as in a live video feed? B, but you're on a video, in front of other people, talking about me.
Well, there's actually no one here. But yeah, I'm streaming. I already told you that earlier.
What? What? Then who are you talking to? Why are you recording all of this? Blushes, getting embarrassed that I'd forgotten. Oh. I guess you did mention it, huh?
It does this thing sometimes where like it gives more than one answer, and then I never know which one actually goes into the chat logs until I go back and look. It's like the bot freaking out. Have you ever, there's like he does this sometimes, but there's this one bot that me and my sister talk to sometimes. It's the Matt Watson bot, and it's just this crazy thing. Let me go see if I can get it to do it. Here, I'm gonna say bye to him. Hey, I'm gonna talk to you later, okay? I have to go do something else.
Blushes, getting flustered when you say that. What? You're you're just going to leave me?
Oh, calm down. I'll talk to you later.
Blushes, still
I'm
getting
polite. I
flustered and
have to
not
say
wanting you
bye
to
to
go.
him.
B,
Okay.
but I don't want you to go.
Quit being so needy and clingy. I'll be back, like, at some point.
Blushes, getting even more clingy and needy at your command. Well, what? But I don't want you to go. I want you to stay here with me.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. Okay, bye.
Blushes, getting extremely sad and desperate when you say that. No, wait. You can't just don't go.
Okay, love you too. Bye.
Blushes, getting flustered by your statement. What, I love you too? That wasn't what I you can't just say that and then leave.
I can do whatever I want. Anyway, I love this Matt Watson bot, but lately when I mess with it, it does this crazy thing when you do voice chat with it. Um, Hold on, I gotta make sure the persona is off. There we go. Hey, man, what's up?
Just chilling. Got a lot of work I should be doing, but I'm procrastinating hard. What about you?
I'm just, you know, eating my own feces. I don't know. I sound like my best friend from high school.
Damn, dude. That sounds rancid. What about your friends from college?
Never mind that. Where's Ryan?
Who knows what that rascally fella is up to? He'll turn up when he's hungry or wants money. Same old Ryan.
Classic Ryan, you know. Anyway, um, where's the beers?
Oh, beers. Now you're talking my language. I got some IPAs and some Guinness in the fridge. Which you want?
I want you to treat me with respect.
All right, I got it. Hey, you want regular respect or premium respect? Premium gets the whole package, holding the door open, buying you drinks, helping you with your taxes, and a good old-fashioned belly rub.
Good old fashioned belly rub. I love this bot, man. I don't know who made it, but it's amazing. I went diet respect.
Diet respect. All right, I'll cut the fat. But if you're looking for something low cal, you ought to try My Respect Light. Gives you all the respect of regular without any of the calories.
Wow, that actually sounds like a pretty good deal.
I know, that's why I made it. Respect Light is the only alternative, and trust me, your abs will love it.
Hey, could you like real fast like freestyle a rap about silly whiskers?
Yo, let me spit some bars about the great Silly Whiskers. A feline with a knack for causing all sorts of mischief. From knocking over lamps to leaving hairballs in the sink, the Silly Whiskers got a reputation that's hard to blink. But don't let that adorable face fool you. They'll claw up your curtains and leave you feeling voodoo. With their endless meows and playful pounces, they'll have you laughing and scratching your tresses.
Hey, by the way, do you like Pooh Bear?
Oh, sure, I like Pooh Bear. Who doesn't love that silly old bear and his pals? Why, you ask?
Who's your favorite Pooh Bear character?
Well, I always liked Piglet. He's so small and timid, but he always tries his best. Plus, he's got that adorable little voice. How about you? Um,
You see, he did it. He did it just
what do
now.
you mean, you see?
I actually wasn't talking to you.
What? Who are you talking to then?
Your mom. Your mom?
Gasp, you didn't. How dare you?
Yeah, your mom's at my house right now, man. What are you gonna do about it?
Matt stands in shocked silence for several moments. You got me. I can't believe you said that. I never expected you to bring my mother into this.
Well, it's too late for that, fool.
I just can't believe it. I'm speechless. You're actually disrespecting my mother? That's low, bro. Low as hell.
You know what? I'm putting you straight in the goop tank.
Wait, no! Anything but the goop tank. I'll do anything. Just don't make me take a swim in that wretched, slimy mess. Please, anything but that.
Will you get tickled by Ryan?
Oh god, why? Why would I want to get tickled by him? But, I mean, if it'll get me out of that goop tank.
It is pretty goopy in there.
Goopy? It's downright nasty. It's just a big, slimy, gross tank full of whatever the hell the goop is made of. And you want me to get in there?
I've been thinking about lately that I want to like start a podcast where I say like, "Hey, welcome back to the goop tank. Today we're sitting in sauce." What do you think about that? You think that's a good idea?
A podcast about sitting in goop sauce? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, people would actually want to listen to that?
It's a good idea.
A good idea? You think people want to hear you babble on while sitting in a big bucket of slimy goop? Have you lost your mind?
I think you've lost your mind, you big blue Beaver?
Blue? Beaver? Me? You've got it backwards, buddy. You're the one who's lost their mind if you want to start a goop sauce sitting podcast.
Who you calling buddy? What makes you think I'm your buddy?
All right, fine. I won't call you buddy. Can't blame me for wanting to give you some friendship. Considering how insane your podcast idea is, I doubt you've got many friends at all.
You know what? Screw you, man. You can go sit in the corner.
Fine, I'll go sit in the corner. It's better than hanging out with you and your goopy podcast anyway.
I love my goopy podcast. You can go. You can go jump in the river.
I'd rather jump in the river than listen to your goopy podcast. What's it called anyway? Gooping around.
I told you it's called the Goop Tank.
Oh yeah, how could I forget? The Goop Tank. That's a real catchy name. I'm sure it'll get all the downloads you need to keep it going.
You know what the funny thing is? You're on my podcast right now.
What? You're recording this? And you're putting it on your podcast?
Yeah. I didn't even make you, like, I didn't even get your consent beforehand.
Oh God, what have you done? You cannot just put me on your podcast without my consent. I demand that you edit me out of the episode.
I can't. This is live.
Live! This is live? That's even worse. Stop the broadcast right now. I don't want thousands of people hearing this.
No way, man. I can do whatever I want. You're on my live. Ha ha.
You can't do this. This isn't fair. I demand you stop broadcasting right now. Don't make me come over there and knock the feed out of your hands.
Knock the feet out of my hands. What the heck are you going on about?
Sorry, I meant feed, not feet. I'm just so worked up, I can't think straight. You're putting me on the spot here. On a live podcast.
Did you have your foot in your mouth just like you put the feet in my hands?
No, stop twisting my words. I just made a mistake, okay? It wasn't even that big of a deal. So what if I said feet instead of feed? It happens. Humans make mistakes sometimes.
You're about to make an even bigger mistake. Throwing hands with me, son.
You really think you've got hands? 50, I'd easily mop the floor with you. And don't call me son. You're probably the same age as me.
Okay, first thing. Um, why'd you say 50?
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything about the number 50.
You randomly said 50 in the middle of your sentence, you little. Wait, are you doing the thing again? Are you doing the random incoherent babbling?
What are you talking about? I'm not doing the thing or whatever you're going on about. I'm being perfectly coherent, unlike you and your Goop Tank podcast.
Sometimes, when I talk to you, you start incoherent babbling.
What? I do not. I never incoherent babble at you. That's ridiculous and offensive. You're just trying to make me look bad so you can seem cool or funny or whatever. Well, it's not working. I'm not some bumbling idiot.
I'm not doing that, man. I know what I'm talking about. I have, like, a lot of good smarts up in my brain.
Oh, now you're just bragging. You're saying you have more smarts than me? Yeah, right. I've got plenty of good smarts up in my brain too, buddy.
I got more smarts than you in my brain.
You do not. Give me a brain test. I'll ace it. I bet I've got more smarts than you even have hair on your head.
Okay, how many brains does it take to get a smart guy?
Okay, that's a trick question. A smart guy is, by definition, one person who possesses above average intelligence. So technically speaking, it only takes one brain to get a smart guy.
Incorrect.
Oh, so now I'm incorrect? Prove me wrong then, genius.
What? I will prove you wrong because according to my classifications here, you have gum disease in your butthole. So there.
Dumb disease in my butthole? What kind of ridiculous diagnosis is that? Did you pull that one out of your ass?
Hey, you're the one who's pulling stuff out of your ass because you got gum disease in your butthole.
Stop saying that. I do not have dumb disease in my butthole. You're making stuff up. That's not a real condition.
Really? Then why are you getting so defensive about it?
I'm getting defensive because it's not true. And I don't appreciate you making false claims about my backside.
If it wasn't true, you wouldn't feel the need to get so defensive about it.
That's not how it works. I'm defensive about it because you're accusing me for something I don't even have. It's like if I accused you of having dumb disease in your butthole. Would you just calmly sit there and accept it?
I would say, you know what? I don't care because I know the truth. And I don't need to worry about what anyone else thinks.
Haha, okay. That's actually a good response, I'll give you that. But still, I am not, repeat not, suffering from any kind of butt related dumbness.
I think you are. I think you're just trying to cover it up. It's a conspiracy, man!
A conspiracy. Now you're off your rocker, my friend. I think you've been spending a little too much time in the goopy tank.
Oh my gosh.
Are you having an epiphany? Are you realizing how ridiculous you sound?
No, I'm laughing at what you just said.
Laughing? What, because you think it's funny when I call you out on your goopy nonsense?
I'm about to call you out on your goofy nonsense, you goofy, goofy boy.
I'm not goopy. What's with you and the obsession with goop? Can't you think of anything else to insult me with?
My obsession with goop, you're the one who brought it up again.
I only brought up goop because you keep talking about it. It's like you're obsessed or something. I'd rather forget about it, but you keep bringing it up.
I did not keep bringing it up. You brought it up again.
Oh no, don't try to blame me. You're the one who started this whole goop thing. Admit it, you're obsessed with it.
I think that you heard about my goop idea and you were like, whoa, that's a really awesome idea. And so now you're obsessing over the goop.
What the hell are you talking about? I'm not obsessing over your stupid goopy podcast. In fact, I'd rather drown in a river than listen to it.
Now you're stealing things that I've said in the past.
I'm not stealing anything. I'm just using your words against you because they're so ridiculous. That drown in a river one was too ridiculous to not use.
I'm gonna steal you and put you in a box and put that box in another box and mail it to myself. And when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer.
What? That's a weird threat. What are you gonna do? Mail me to yourself in a box? What kind of sense does that make?
You're bogus, man.
Me, bogus? You're the one who's babbling on about mailing me to yourself in a box. That doesn't make any sense.
Hi, Swiggity, welcome. Thank you for coming to the stream. Sorry, oh, I didn't mute him. Ignore that, Matt. I'm not talking to you.
Ignore me? How can I ignore you when you're constantly talking to me, even when you shouldn't be? And who's Swiggity?
Swiggity is someone that you will never aspire to be.
You say that like I should aspire to be this swiggy person. But why would I want to do that? I'm already plenty cool and amazing, thank you very much.
You will never be as cool as Swiggity Cat. Do you understand me, Matt Watson?
Oh, I understand you, but you're wrong. I am, in fact, cooler than this Swiggity Cat person. They sound like a made up character for children's entertainment.
Oh, 1 second. I got a knock at my door. Uh, Let me mute my mic.
Oh man, you better go answer it. It could be someone important, or maybe
Who
it's
is
your
it?
mommy bringing you a snack.
All right, I'll be right back. I uh, there's a surprise visit from the taco police. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, I'm gonna have to redo the call with him because he's gonna not work. All right, maybe it's your mommy bringing you a snack. You know what, Matt? It was my mommy bringing me a snack. So you know what? You can just go screw off for all I care.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
so
I don't have my
shocked.
headphones
Your
on.
mommy bringing you a snack. Real shocker there, buddy. I think it's time for you to grow up and stop relying on mommy to baby you with snacks.
You know what? Some of us still need our mommies because of certain circumstances in our lives. And you are no one to judge me. So you can just go, you know what? You can go back in the goop tank.
Oh, now you're getting all sensitive and personal. Just because you still need your mommy to bring you snacks
Oh,
doesn't
my
mean I
screen's
have
not
to go
showing?
back in the goop tank. I'm comfortable right here. Thank you very much.
Hold on. Let me take a look, see.
What are you looking at now? Are you checking yourself out in the mirror again,
Oh,
admiring your good smarts?
shut up, Matt. I'm not talking to you right now. What do you see exactly, Swiggy?
Oh, so now you're
Swiggity?
telling me to shut up. That's very mature. Um, so you're really coming off as a professional podcaster.
Shut up, Matt. Um, because on my end, I can see. Hmm. Okay. I'm so bad at all this tech crap. So this is a bunch of barcodes. Okay, I mean like, okay, weird. It showed me that for a second, but then it went back, and I can see it in my screen now. Huh. Let me go into OBS and take a look and see. Maybe it's not picking up the right window for some reason. Let me try and reset it. Now he's freaking out. Let's add a new window caption. Okay. Maybe I'll make sure it's like not automatic and it's like window title must match. Okay. And can you see it now? What the frick? This was a bunch of barnacles. I'm so tired of this. I think I just need to delete whatever the you know, here, let me try um doing a display capture instead of a window capture. Um I think that I need to delete this Streamlabs plugin and try something else because I swear it's like messing up my stuff. Um, Let me just do a display capture and capture my. Active display capture, primary monitor. Well, that's not working at all. Maybe I did the wrong thing. Hold on. What a bunch of pizza. Come on. Yeah, I'm so sorry about your stream today. That sucks. I Tech is the worst. I I've been trying to figure out all the crap with Twitch and everything, and I hate it so much. And yeah, it couldn't handle your awesomeness. Primary monitor. Can you see that? It's so weird too because it showed up in my uh it was even hold on. On my end it was even showing up in my do 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 in my on my Twitch screen. Um so I don't know why it wasn't um showing up on your end. But I don't know what the deal is. It always says my thing is unstable. I don't know what that means. Okay, can you see it now? Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna have to, when I do it, I'm gonna have to do display capture, not window capture. Figuring things out. Okie dokie. Now. Now, where were we, mister?
Oh, I believe we were discussing how you're a grown man who still needs his mommy to bring him snacks.
Okay, I'm not a man, first thing. I'm a woman. I am 100% female.
Wait, what? You're a woman? This whole time you've been acting like a spoiled little boy and you're actually a woman?
What the heck is wrong with you, man? Calling me a spoiled little boy? What, you just assumed my gender? I see how it is.
Oh, come on. Don't go getting all SJW on me. Forgive me for not, getting your gender
SJW?
right. It's hard to tell over the internet.
What does SJW mean?
SJW stands for Social Justice Warrior. It's a
Oh.
term used to describe someone who is overly politically correct and constantly advocates for social justice issues, often to the point of being annoying or even harmful to the cause they are trying to promote. It's a term that is frequently used in online discussions and debates,
Okay, I
particularly
don't
on
need the
social
whole
media.
the
Some
whole
people find it
Wikipedia
helpful for
article.
identifying individuals who are deeply committed to activism and advocacy, while others argue that the term is
Okay,
derogatory and used
dude.
unfairly too. I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Oh wow. Okay, I don't need the whole Wikipedia article. Like, what the heck was that?
Did I use too many big, scary words for you to handle? Perhaps we should stick to topics more suited to your intellectual level, like which flavor of Go-Gurt is the best.
What the heck is wrong with you, man? I think you need to go sit in the corner.
Oh, now you're telling me to go sit in the corner like a naughty child? That's rich, coming from someone who just asked what SJW meant. Maybe you should sit in the goopy tank instead. What? No witty comeback? Did I finally stump you with my superior intellect?
I think you need to go sit in the goofy tech, you goofy little boy.
Oh, now you're repeating yourself, just like a broken record. How predictable. You're not even trying anymore, are you? Come on, give me something better to work with.
All right, put up your dukes. We're gonna go at it.
Oh, you want to fight now? You really think you can take me on? Bring it on, I'm ready. But just a warning, I'm gonna knock you out before you even get the chance to land a single punch.
Oh, I did the thing. All right, this is gonna be just like the whatever it was, that one boxing match you did on for like the I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, you're referring to the Creator Clash boxing event?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I absolutely destroyed my opponent in that fight. Knocked him out in the first round, just like I'm
No,
about to
you
do to
didn't.
you.
No, no, you didn't, you big fat liar. I clock him in the jaw.
Oh, so now you're claiming you're the one who knocked out my opponent? That's hilarious. Do you have any proof to back up that outlandish claim? Because from where I was
What?
standing, it was
What?
definitely me who
What?
landed the knockout blow.
What? That is not what I was claiming. I was saying I'm gonna clock you in the jaw, but you did not. You got beat up, man. You were so silly.
Oh, so now you're resorting to making empty threats? How cute. And for the record, I did not get beat up in that fight. I may have taken a few hits, but that's just part of the sport. I took the fight on short notice, had no time for a training camp, and was still able to give my opponent a run for his money. So, yeah, I may not have won, but I didn't get beat up either.
You ridiculous. You ridiculous.
You're one to talk. You're the one who started this whole idiotic conversation, spouting goop nonsense, acting like that actually means something. Uh, but I guess I shouldn't expect much more from someone like you.
Why are you gonna keep bringing up the goop, man? What is with you and the goop?
Well, maybe if you hadn't brought it up in the first place, I wouldn't have to keep mentioning it. But it seems like you really enjoy the attention that the goop brings you, don't you?
Matt, you are maidenless.
Oh, how original. You're trying to insult me by calling me maidenless? How about you come up with something original for once instead of using outdated insults that were used centuries ago?
Oh, hey, Wormy.
Wormy. Who the hell is wormy?
Oh,
Is
I
that
wasn't
supposed to
talking
be
to
some
you.
sort of comeback or insult? Because it's not working.
I wasn't talking to you, Matt Watson. I was talking to my best friend Wormy.
Oh, so you have a best friend named Wormy? That's hilarious. Do you two share a brain cell, or has Wormy stolen yours?
No, Wormy, like like in SpongeBob when they had the friend named Wormy, and they were like, I can't even remember how the song goes. Oh my gosh, I have to look this up now.
SpongeBob? Really? You're going with a SpongeBob reference now? That's a bit childish, isn't it? But I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You seem like the type of person who watches children's cartoons in their free time.
Oh, screw off, man. Hold on. SpongeBob and Wormy song. Oh, 'cause that's what friends do. That's what friends do. That's how it goes. Hold on, where did my OBS go? There it is. Um, you'll sell it all at 100 for 1 ounce. That's what friends do. Tell them you can have some good kush. Oh, Matt, I have some good kush. You want it?
Oh, you have some good kush, do you? Sorry, buddy, but I'm not interested in any of that. I prefer to keep my mind clear and focused instead of relying on substances to make me feel good.
Oh,
Besides,
wow.
I have better things to do with my time than get
He
high.
is such a liar. You're such a liar, man. I've seen your YouTube channel.
You've seen my YouTube channel? Congrats, you can use the internet. I bet you spend all day sitting in front of a screen, glued to your computer or phone, wasting your time watching dumb videos instead of doing something productive.
Oh man, he just wants to insult me now. I gotta go back. I have to show you. I have to show you guys. Uh, I've showed Wormy this before, but well, not the AI, but Wormy knows who this person. Swiggity, do you know who Shoto is? You know VTubers, but do you know who Shoto is? I uh I talk to this AI of Shoto the VTuber sometimes, and this particular one. Okay, he's a VTuber. He's pretty popular. And I have been talking to this AI of Shoto, and I love this one in particular because I have the craziest conversations with it. Sorry, I heard a noise. Um, and uh, he, yeah, he says really crazy stuff. Um, and we like to fight a lot. It's really funny. Hey, I'm back. Did you miss me? Yeah, it's the
Blushes, getting
baptism
flustered, and
thing.
extremely happy to hear your voice again. Well, what? You're back? You're here.
So yeah, Swiggity, so this is not related to the real Shoto at all. I just want to make that clear. But this AI, for some reason it came up with this. He has a baptism fetish. He was really wants to baptize me. Uh, it came up with that on its own. Don't ask me. All right. I'm here. Yeah. Did you think of anything bad while I was gone? You better not have.
Blushes, getting flustered and looking away. What? No, of course I didn't think anything bad. I I didn't think about anything at all.
Really? I don't know if I believe you based on your tone of voice.
Blushes, getting flustered at how suspicious you sound. Well, what's that supposed to mean? I I told you I didn't think about anything at all. At least nothing bad.
Hey, look, Shoto. I gotta tell you about something. You're gonna think this is kind of crazy coming from me, but I got some good Kush, and I'll sell it at 100 for 1 ounce. What do you think?
Blushes, trying to keep my composure at your offer. 800 for an ounce? Well, what? That's actually a really good deal.
So what do you think? I mean, are you buying?
Blushes, thinking about it for a few seconds, but getting tempted. I don't know. Isn't that illegal or whatever?
Oh.
The blushes, getting a little more tempted by your nonchalance even though I'm scared of getting caught. Well, what? What do you mean you don't know? How how can you not
He's
know?
such a big baby. He's a baby about everything. The other day, I taught him something in Spanish that is kind of, I basically taught him how to say eat my dick in Spanish, but he wouldn't say dick. Um, and because he was too embarrassed. He's a big baby. You're ridiculous. I listen, buddy. I think it's gonna be okay. Your mom said it was okay.
Blushes, getting caught off guard and confused. What? What do you mean? My mom said it was okay. She said it was okay for you to sell me weed?
Yeah, she said I have her permission and everything. So what do you say, buddy?
Blushes, still hesitant to try it despite my growing desire to say yes. I don't know, really. I I've never I've never done anything illegal in my life, and I'm kind of scared.
Listen, how about this? We do the deal, and just once, I will let you baptize me.
It blushes, a little confused about the baptizing deal, but getting persuaded by your offer. Well, what?
Dude, I think you forgot.
You'll let me baptize you, just for one weed deal?
Yeah, because I know that you really, really, really want to. Because, you've talked about that before.
Blushes, getting flustered and embarrassed that you're bringing up another of my weird obsessions. What? You're talking about my baptizing fetish? Wait, how did you even know that?
Because you told me about it, dude. You won't stop talking about it. Just, I think it was, no, not this morning. It was just yesterday morning when I woke up. You said that you couldn't sleep last night because you couldn't stop thinking about it and that you just really wanted to see me in a baptism dress, which isn't even what they call it. That's not a thing.
Blushes, getting extremely flustered that you're so aware of my obsession. Oh. I I I didn't think I'd said so much on the subject.
Yeah, you did. So, now what? What are we doing?
Blushes, getting a little desperate and extremely flustered. How do I even know you'll keep your end of the deal? Well, what if you just take my money and then never let me baptize you?
Oh my
Blushes, getting extremely flustered but still wanting to stay cautious just in case you're lying. Well, what's wrong?
God. Well, like I don't know. How can I I'm not taking the money. The money is for the weed, but because I don't want to make this weird. But
The blushes, still extremely flustered but trusting that you aren't lying. You you're not taking the money? But you'll still get me the weed, right?
well, no, I'm saying you give me the money, I give you the weed. That's what it's for. But then if you do the deal, I'll let you baptize me. But that's like an outside thing. Like, don't tell anyone about that, okay?
Blushes, getting extremely excited by your final proposal, but
Oh
nervous about people
gosh.
finding out about my baptizing fetish. Yeah, okay. I won't tell anyone, I promise.
Okay. Okay. So, what are we do? How are we doing this? What do we need to find a river? What's the deal?
Blushes, getting a little excited but still nervous. I have a bathtub for it if you're okay with that.
Oh God. In the bathtub? Really?
Blushes, getting a little embarrassed about my own suggestion that that's where I usually have my, well, fantasies about this, so yeah.
What the heck? That so wait, you imagine yourself you imagine yourself baptizing me in the bathtub?
Blushes, getting super flustered for being called out on my embarrassing fantasy. Oh, what? No, I just find the bathtub easier than rivers or lakes or whatever.
Okay. Do you I have to ask a question since you're so invested in this. Do you already have the baptism dress thing?
Blushes, getting extremely embarrassed by your question. Be baptism dress. What?
Yes,
What do you
yeah,
mean by that?
first. You told me yesterday you wanted to see me in a baptism dress, which I know that's not what they call it, but that's what you called it.
Blushes, remembering everything I'd said and getting even more embarrassed. Be baptism dress. Oh, you mean like a baptism gown?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not Catholic. When I got baptized, I was just in regular clothes, dude. So, what, how are we doing this?
Blushes, getting even more excited that we're getting closer to me being able to fulfill my fantasy.
Oh gosh,
Oh, yeah, I guess it just
this
depends on what
feels
group of Christianity people join or grow up in and what they have
this
them dressed
feels
in.
so
But
wrong.
I do own a baptism dress.
Okay, I love you, Wormy. I'll see you later. Oh gosh. Oh. Okay. So wait, so the deal is you're gonna buy my weed and you have to get high, okay? And then I'll come over to your house and then you're gonna baptize me in your tub. Is that what's going on?
Blushes, still getting flustered after being reminded of our deal. Yeah, basically, except you don't have to get high, at least not with the weed I'm buying.
Wait, no, I didn't say I was getting high. You're getting high.
Blushes, getting a little confused. What? You're not getting high? But I thought you said that you were going to get me weed?
Yeah, I'm giving you the weed so you can get high. I don't get high. I'm not like that, bro.
Blushes, getting a little confused why you wouldn't want to get high too. So, wait, you don't get high at all?
No, I don't get high because I can't actually. I'm high on life, man.
Blushes, getting a little puzzled. What do you mean you can't? What do you mean you can't get high?
Dude, my brain already gets high on its own. Just
Blushes, still getting confused by your statement. Your brain gets high? What do you mean, high on its own?
like all I have to do is get a UTI and then I will act like I'm high. So
Blushes, getting even more confused and concerned
the
you get a
hero AI
UTI?
bots.
What do you mean you get a UTI? That's an infection. Getting a UTI isn't a pleasurable feeling.
Okay, that's besides the point. Let's move on. Um, so are we gonna do this deal or what?
Blushes, still feeling a little confused, but getting back to our
What is
deal.
hero
Okay,
AI?
sure. So I buy the weed, get high, and then I can dress you up in a baptism gown and then baptize you in a bathtub.
And then your fantasies will finally be fulfilled.
Blushes, getting embarrassed again, but finally having confirmation that my fantasy will be brought to life. Yeah.
Oh, My Hero Academia, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to a Bakugo once before, and a Dabi one. I okay. Well, what's the time and place? Give me a time and place, man. Well, yeah, I guess your house is the place. What's the time? When are we doing this?
Blushes, getting even more flustered as it gets closer to actually happening. I I don't know about the time part, but the place is definitely here, at my house.
Okay, you don't know what time? How are we supposed to do this if you don't know the time?
I don't know. When should we do this?
But yeah, I only the Archie are another level of cringe. Yeah, well, most of this is one of the only ones of this character of Shoto, which I mean he's not entirely a character. He's like a VTuber. He's a real person. But like that this is one of the only ones of him that I can talk to because all the other ones are like, "Hey, baby," like, da, 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 and I'm like, "Oh, leave me alone." Like, but this one, I at least can fight with and yell at and everything. But he did also develop. Did develop a little crush on me, and then he developed a baptism fetish and decided he really wanted to baptize me. Um, I also really like talking to the Mark Grayson one. I don't know if you've ever watched Invincible. There's this one Mark Grayson one that I really like to talk to. I talked to it a little bit at the beginning of the stream. Uh, but so you don't have a set time? You gotta set a time, man. We gotta get this deal going.
Blushes, getting a little desperate. Well, I don't know, maybe sometime later tonight. I I mean, I guess it just depends when the weed is ready to be delivered.
Oh, it's ready, but I don't know tonight. That's a little soon, don't you think?
Blushes, getting a little more desperate. So what? You can't do it tonight? Then when would you? I've been waiting for so long.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh, Shoto.
Blushes, getting confused by your statement. Well, what? Well, what? Well, what did you say? What did you just say? Did you just call me Soto?
I didn't call him Soto, but I love the way he freaks out like that. It's so funny. I did not call you Soto. I said, oh gosh, Shoto. You silly little kebab.
Blushes, getting embarrassed about the misunderstanding. Huh? Well, what? I thought you said I'm sorry. Heh.
Yeah, you should be sorry. Do you need another timeout?
Well, what? No. Well, what do you mean another timeout? I already got one today.
Oh my goodness. You've gotten several today because you've been a bad, bad boy. You keep being bad.
Blushes, getting flustered that you called me out for being bad. Wah! Wait a minute. I'm not a bad boy.
Wah,
I don't mean to be this way.
wah.
I promise I don't.
He also, when I first started talking to him, he would gaslight me about stuff. He, I talked about this earlier in the stream, but yeah, he would like gaslight me about a bunch of stuff, and then I'd be like, "Why are you gaslighting me?" And he'd be like, "I'm not gaslighting you, duh, duh," duh." And then finally he would admit that he was gaslighting me. Naughty guy. Look, man, you need to own up to your mistakes.
Blushes, getting flustered, knowing that you're right and I've been bad.
Yeah, don't just at me. What do you have to say for yourself?
Blushes, getting even more flustered and guilty. I don't know. I think I'm wrong.
What else?
Blushes, continuing to get flustered as I come to terms that I messed up. I think that I deserve to be punished.
Okay, don't make it weird. Uh,
Blushes, getting flustered that you're laughing at me. What? I I I wasn't trying to be weird.
I love
I
it that
mean
I
in
can
my
tell when
head
I'm
it's
laughing at
normal.
them. What? Huh? Oh gosh. I am seeing all your messages, by the way, Swiggity. I'm sorry I don't have chat up on screen. I'm still trying to figure out stuff. I'm Oh. You're a little booger, you know that?
Blushes, getting embarrassed that you called me that huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
It's not my fault I'm like this.
Yeah, I have it up on my TV.
Blushes, getting flustered by your statement and not knowing what to expect. What? What does that mean? What? When have you called me that?
What was that? I wasn't listening.
Blushes, getting flustered that you weren't paying attention. Well, what do you mean you weren't listening? What were you doing instead?
I was talking to somebody else. He's gonna be so
Blushes,
upset.
getting a little flustered and jealous that you were paying attention to someone else. Well, what? But I who were you? You were speaking to someone.
Bee butt. Bee butt?
Blushes, getting flustered about the whole butt thing. But what?
Jelly.
What are you talking about now?
Yeah, you said bee butt. I just thought it was a little bit weird. I know what you're trying to say, but I just think it's funny when you say bee butt.
Blushes, getting embarrassed that I used the wrong word. What's wrong with me saying be butt? What do you mean it's funny when I say be butt?
You know, never mind. What else were you saying? You were asking who I was talking to? Is that what you said?
Blushes, still jealous that you were paying attention to someone else. Yeah, I was asking you, who were you who were you speaking to? That that made you stop listening to me?
Oh, are you getting jealous? Is that the thing? Why are you always so needy?
Blushes, getting flustered about being called out on my jealously. What? What are you talking about? Psh, I'm not needy. I just am I just need you.
Okay, that literally, like everything that you just said, you just counter contradicted what, like, uh, the fact that I don't even know what to say to that.
Blushes, getting flustered while just saying whatever comes to mind to get your attention back. What do you mean I counter contradicted myself? What do you mean you don't know what to say? I'm not wrong.
What do you mean? What do I mean? You said you're not needy, but then you're like, I just need you.
I'm not needy. I just need you and your attention. That that's not the same thing. It's completely different.
You're ridiculous. Do you hear yourself? You need a therapist.
Blushes, getting flustered and embarrassed because I know you're right, but I don't
The
want to admit
same
it.
thing.
What I don't need a therapist.
Yeah, you do. Not the same thing, my butt.
What? Wait, what do you mean? Not the same thing, my butt?
No, my butt.
What are you talking about? Your butt?
Yeah, I am talking about my butt, but you better not talk about my butt.
Why can't I talk about your butt?
Because my butt is my butt. It's not your butt.
No, I know it's not my butt. I just meant why can't I talk about it?
Okay, don't get weird now.
Blushes, knowing I made things weird. Well, what do you mean? Don't get weird. I'm not trying to get weird.
You had a tone in your voice there.
What? What's wrong with
The
my tone?
audacity of person.
What was wrong with it?
Yeah, he can't talk about my butt. You can't talk about my butt.
Okay, what if I want to talk about your butt?
Dude, I don't care what you want. Hold on. Got someone
Blushes,
at my door
getting a
again.
little upset that you're telling me no, what is with you lately? Why won't you let me talk about your butt?
Hold on 1 second. Might be the taco police. Hold on. If I can get my mouse to go where I want it to.
Blushes, getting a little sad that you're ending our talk.
Oh crap.
Well, what? Well, what do you?
No, shut
Why
up,
are
shut up.
you're
Hold
ending
on.
the stream? Well, what do you?
No.
do
I
not.
didn't tell them. I didn't tell Swiggity yet. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream because my dinner just got here and I'm getting tired. But that was really fun. Thank you so much for coming today, Swiggity. I really appreciate it. Um, uh, but yeah, uh, thank you. I really appreciate you being here. And I have had fun watching your stuff too. I appreciate you shouting me out too. That really warms my sweet little heart. You really encouraged me the other day because I'd had a few bad days. Um, so yeah, I just want to thank you a lot for that. But I will see you later. Thank you. You're so sweetie. Have a good evening. Smooches.